Hello, PCD here. We're back with another amazing deck profile. Today we're here with my boy Dak. We just got back from our sneak peek earlier today. He actually got all the cards he needed for his new Tellarknight deck. And let's get into it. Anything you'd like to say before we start?
This is a turn skip Tellarknight deck profile. It's like the turn one. It's like not about negates and stuff. You're just you're literally skipping your opponent's turn and then you're killing them before they can even play a card. So,
Alright, let's see what the goo.
So we got 3 to Neb, 3 Altair. A lot of people play 1 or 2, but I like 3 because like drawing it isn't bad sometimes and it's good in grind game. The 3 of the new one. This card's insane. Just helps you facilitate all your plays for the combo. And then 1 of the other new one. This one basically you just use it summon from the graveyard. So you only want
For
1.
people who don't know, can you tell them kind of more what these new ones do?
Yeah, so this one's like when you summon one, this one summons itself from the grave, which helps out a lot, like just extending and making your like rank 4s that take 3 monsters. Then this one, when you normal summon a Tellar, you can special it from your hand and then search a Tellarknight spell, which there's 2 targets now, the new one and then the old one, Skybridge. So
that card's pretty broke.
Yeah, so this one's like pretty insane. You always want to draw this one. And this one is like a one-of because you want it in the grave so you can use it once per turn. And that's pretty much it. You don't want to draw it. And then 2 old ones. Unuk and Vega. You summon this one from the deck off card effect. Or sometimes you can open it. Unuk is really good for the combo to... you can dump this one mid combo so you can summon him out. Or you can just dump a random one so that when you summon him, he's got a target during the combo. So those come up quite a bit. So the 3 one-offs. And then the deck also works with Constellars now. So we're playing 3 of this one.
The new one?
No, this one came out in Blazing Vortex. But basically, if you control Constellar, you can specialist from the hand. And the new XYZ for the deck is a Tellarknight and a Constellar. So as long as you got him, you can summon this from hand. And also, these 2 new ones are always treated as Constellars as well as Tellarknights. So you can special him for them. Yeah, this one searches a Constellar spell on summon, which is, or not on summon, but once per turn. Which is this, it's a Constellar Tellarknight, so you can add it from both. So yeah, played him. The extender level 4 helps you get to the combo card. So.
It's an extender, searches an extender.
Yeah, pretty good. And then for the last monster, that's Engine. I played 1 Pollux. Kind of an older card, but for the XYZ, the new one, you can banish this from deck to give yourselves an additional normal summon of Constellar. So you draw 2 of these in combo. You can use special summon the first one, do combo, banish this to normal summon the second one, and to help you get there. But yeah, I'll probably mess with ratios with Sheraton because that card opens up a little bit more. Just haven't had much time to test it yet. For going second, cards, we got 3 Droll. This card, you just want your opponent to end their turn so you can like start wearing out their resources because it's kind of a control rogue deck. So that's what you're kind of doing. 2 Valor. This card's really good against Pearly. And then 2 Ogre. This is really good against the Super Heavy Samurais. So two hand traps to help.
Also, something cool about Droll.
Yeah.
If you go first, or if you go second, you draw them, skip their turn, and on your turn, you skip their turn again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You keep skipping their turn with this deck. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then 2 Ash. Just a good generic hand trap. And then 2 kaijus for Pearly.
Bounce it with Trevere duty in later.
Yeah, you can bounce it with Trevere and Trevere loop the kaiju, so no matter how many times you summon it, they're still going to keep outing it. And for spells, that's it for monsters. 3 of the new one. I see people play 1 because you search a lot, but honestly, this card is just so good. I just love having it. And when it's activated, you can special a Tellarknight from hand or grave. And if you play 1, you're only getting that turn 1. So turn 2, you're not going to be able to do that. So by playing multiples, you're going to get to do that multiple times.
And by hard drawing it, you don't have to search it.
Yep. And then 2 of this one. I see people play 1 of this. But this card is really good to draw. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to know what the deck does, but people who do know what the deck does, this is going to help you play through negates and stuff.
Imperms, Veilers.
Imperms, Veilers, and stuff like that. And it also helps you to OTK. You shuffle back your XYZ and summon from deck in battle phase to help kill. And this also helps you get to the turn skip combo. And then got Desires. Sometimes you just need to get to another extender so you can, because you're just trying to skip their turn. So you kind of don't care if you banish engine stuff because you're just trying to get to the extenders you need to skip their turn. It's like surprisingly easy to skip their turn in this deck as long as you get 5 monsters on field. It loses to Nib, but if they don't have Nib, then they literally get their turn skipped and die. 2 Tactics, just a good going first card. If they hand-trap you, you can draw, extend, and good going second card to break boards. And Foolish, Gorilla, Called By, and I play Double or Nothing Engine 2. This is to dump the new one that has a grave effect. It's pretty much the only thing it's for. This is just like literally any card in your deck. So it's free, this, hand traps. And then this one, for the Utopia double package, you're going second. It just helps you game a lot easier. If you can, if you're going against trap tricks, this is really good against them because, you can play through their, 2 or 3 interruptions most of the time and then hit them for 10,000 into Sarah. Then it doesn't matter if it's protected by battle. And then no traps, and then that's it for the main deck.
How many cards is that?
40.
Clean.
Clean 40. You're trying to skip their turn as consistently as possible. It's the new XYZ. This card is honestly just crazy. So when it's summoned, you can pick up a Tellarknight. Yeah, Tellarknight or a Constellar card from your grave to your hand. That's not as important for the combo. What's mostly important for it is that effect. You can detach and banish from your deck at the same time, and then this card's effect becomes that card's effect when that monster would be normal summoned. So you can banish any of your
Banish Altairs.
yeah.
Get
You can
the
banish the
normal summon
Neb to
effect.
search. You can banish Altair to special from grave. You can banish him to search a spell. You can banish him to dump, him to summon from hand. It's literally
Just whatever you want.
and for the Constellars, you can banish them to get an extra normal summon of Constellar. And then Sheraton searches a Constellar. And then, so it's pretty good. But the main reason why you can skip their turn is because of this card requiring 2+ level 4 monsters. So you can, I'll show you, I'll probably just show you the combo. This is pretty easy to do. And then I play 2 Trivia. You need 2 to do a Trivia loop. And that's one of the reasons why this deck was strong in the first place back in the day. So we played 2.
Doesn't target, doesn't destroy.
Doesn't target, doesn't destroy, bounce kaiju, whatever you want to do. That's anything, pretty much. Batlamius played one of this. This is, if you only have access to 2 level 4 monsters, this is a way to get into your Ptolemaeus, Trivia, or Delveros without needing 3 level 4s. So that's why I play him. And there's always like niche stuff that comes up with him because he turns the field into darks when he's on the field. So that comes up sometimes. Then I play 1 Ptolemaeus. This is the card that skips a turn, so you get 7 materials on him, detach, skip the turn. And then immediately after that, like, you can finish comboing and then end your turn. They get skipped, comes back to you, you draw for turn, and then you kill him. So it's pretty insane card. I'm so glad that they unbanned it so this deck can have some gas to it. Yeah, so we'll just move on from there. Then we got Deltaros. You don't summon him as much, but like you just attach him as material to Ptolemaeus. But it comes up sometimes because your opponent can't respond to the summon of is it Tellarknights or just in general? Monsters in general. So they can't respond to summon, so like no trap holes. So when I go against trap tricks, a lot of times I'll summon him so that they can't use any trap holes on any of my summons. And it really messes them up a lot. And also, like, you just summon this, they can't respond, then you fake Pop Sarah, and then that like puts them, it makes them down bad, pretty bad. And then we played Diamond. Diamond is like a walking floodgate, and he's also a negate for dark monster effects. So he has like a macro Cosmos effect, no dumping from deck to grave, and then anything that goes from grave to hand gets banished. This is really good against tier. Now it's pretty much you just make it to make it. It's good against Sprite, but that's just the worst case scenario.
Utility.
You're trying to turn skip in this deck now. And then I played 2 Constellars. Pleiades, he's one of our forms of interruption. And then M7. You need M7 so because the new spell, basically what this one does, so it summons from grave and hand, but you can take any Tellarknight and then drop a different rank or a different rank of Constellar or Tellarknight on top of it.
So you put a Pleiades.
So you got to put a 6 on it.
Okay.
So it's a 4. You got to put a 6 on it, and then you can use the spell to drop a 4 or 5. So that's how you get around like summoning stuff that you want is by M7 pretty much, because you're never using M7 effect. You're just using it so that you're basically dropping a 4 on a 4 because of M7. And without the turn skip, usually your boards are going to be like Diamond, Pleiades, maybe another rank 4.
I think you mixed up.
Yeah, I mixed up the stacks. Yeah, so that's it for the engine stuff. And then we got Baguska, for obvious reasons. This Utopia double packages, like I was saying, helps you game rogue decks and stuff out of nowhere. I was at a regional and I was using this in my Trap Tricks deck, and we were in such a long grind game, and I finally got to where he had no cards in hand, and I was like, okay, he don't got Ash and Prevailor, so I just went for it and hit 10,000 into Dark Law, and then he was shook because the game lasted so long, and he just was like mad that I had 10,000 out of nowhere. And then I played with Exciton. There's some decks that just like outpace you when you're going second, so this just helps you to break it even with just 2 level 4s.
Zeus main phase 1.
Zeus main phase 1, and then we got the Zeus for main phase 2. And then you can even I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
You can blow up the field and then attack and then drop the Zeus.
You can't attack with Exciton. I don't think you can attack, period.
No further damage, so you can still attack.
Yeah, my bad. Alright, so I don't think you have a side deck, but
no, but one last thing, let me just show you the turn skip combo.
Alright. Little bonus right here.
So mainly what you're doing is like I was just pulling out cards, just like
this is the best cards in the deck.
Yeah, I'm just pulling out like all the best cards in the deck because I don't want to make the video last forever. So like you get the nav out, and then you search special, and then like
You search that?
No, you can't search that, or it'll miss timing.
So you just search anything?
Yeah, you just search whatever you want, and then you want to use this to special another one. Oh, this one, actually a pretty important piece. So when you summon this one, you need to search this.
Just search something off the app real quick.
Oh yeah.
So Deneb,
I'll just search the one you don't want to draw.
And special that, search the spell.
Yeah, and then special that. And then you can special that. And then, take it.
We haven't used, okay.
No, you tricked me. You don't want to do that. Special that. You want to use this first to shuffle back one. And then, you summon Unu. Pretty important here. Summon Unu effect to dump one. And then this is where you dump the one with the grave effect. And then, so that's done. And off of Deneb, you would search Altair. I already had it in my hand. Now you use this one, special this one, and then Altair specials this one, and then you can special one from your hand, and you overlay the 5 into the new guy, and then
you can pick
don't use this effect because then you'd have to detach and you need 5 materials.
So you activate your spell card?
Yeah, well first, because it's a rank 4, you drop an M7, so that now you can use a spell to drop a different rank on top of him, and then you drop Tellarknight onto that with a spell, and then you use effect, and you detach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You detach all of this, and then you skip your opponent's turn.
You probably have a couple more cards
Yeah.
left in hand.
You have more cards left in hand. Like every single time, I'm probably pretty sure I didn't even activate his effect. And yeah, there's other stuff that you'll have in your hand.
But that was
And
just a general
in the combo,
idea.
you put the one that's a special from grave back into your grave. So like, if you have more extenders, then you can special him back out, and then like maybe you make like a Bat Lamius, and then you pass, and then you draw, and then you have something in your hand, you normal summon, and then you start going off again. You search another one of these, you activate another, and then you special Altair from grave, and then Altair, bring back Lyran. And then since you special Lyran, you can bring back him. Lyran will special bring effects, and you get a second one of these. And then that's game. You just
Easy
overlay.
as that.
You just overlay into a Delta Rose. We don't really want to do that, but
We get the gist.
You get the point.
They get no turn, so you can just do it all again next turn.
Yeah, you just it's really degenerate, honestly. But like I said, it loses the nib.
But we ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up. Any shout outs?
Shout out to my wife, watching the kid. Shout out to Team PCD. We're starting to get a lot more stuff out, content out, and we got merch. So hit up the affiliate link, get the merch, and shout out to KP, Dante, Todd, Jordan, all the homies, and Cameron D.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dak, and peace out.